Welcome back to the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. The Reds are in the month of May, and we're dealing with some injuries. In the last episode, we saw TJ Friedl get injured. He is going to be back from injury in this episode, but Spencer Steer breaks his arm, so our starting third baseman is out 1 to 2 months, and in a way, it kind of does help us some. Now, I don't want Spencer Steer injured, but it does allow us to keep Lloyd Hutchinson on the team for now and really just prolong our decision what we're going to do with that 9th spot in the starting lineup. For now, before TJ Friedl returns, we will have the rookie Cam Collier play third base, but that's a very temporary thing. He will get moved back to AAA very soon until TJ Friedl again makes his return, which will be any minute now because Cam Collier is doing all right so far. Lloyd Hutchinson is batting in that 230 range currently. I'm going to get everything's going to change again when Friedl does come back, and there you have it. TJ Friedl is no longer injured. The Reds currently in first place in the NL Central, up 2 games over the Milwaukee Brewers with a record of 31 wins and 20 losses. The game wants me to bench Lloyd Hutchinson, but I'm going to keep him in the starting lineup, and again, Cam Collier is batting .062 so far in the bigs. We're going to send him back down to AAA and let Friedl and Hutchinson both play the outfield. I'll probably play Hutchinson in center, move Friedl to one of the corners, and then we can have our way whoever we want to DH between Bryce Harper or Will Benson as well. So we'll make our mind up on that as we go. Again, we can alternate who gets the DH spot, but we're going to be taking on the Milwaukee Brewers in today's episode. We just lost 2 out of 3 in that series with them in Cincinnati. Or actually, no, we got swept in that series. Come back, win 2 in a row against the Cleveland Guardians, and now we will go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to take on the Brewers in this 4-game set. And as we look at the lineup right now, Lloyd Hutchinson batting at 203. Again, we'd expect that or would want that to be a little bit better, but we've moved him down to the 9 spot because TJ Friedl is batting 341. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The rest of the squad is doing their thing. Bryce Harper giving us his, high 200s average every single season. Matt Olson has cooled down a little bit, back down to 280. And Yandy Diaz is playing third base with Spencer Steer's injury. Diaz isn't the best glove at the hot corner, but it's fine. We'll keep him there as we are here now at American Family Field, formerly known as Miller Park, but American Family Field, for this matchup between the 38 and 25 Cincinnati Reds and the 37 and 26 Milwaukee Brewers. These are the 2 best teams in the National League Central. And I remember earlier on in the series, we talked about the rivalry that was brewing, and no pun intended, between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. We thought that was going to be the rivalry of this series in the National League Central, and it turns out the Cubs just couldn't really hold up on their side of the bargain. So it's going to be the Brewers and the Reds battling for that NL Central title as it seems here in 2028. And the Brewers tonight will send out Ranger Suarez, the former Philadelphia Philly and the lefty that posts a 3.49 ERA so far this season with a 6-2 record. You will see TJ Friedl first again coming into today batting 341, and TJ Friedl with this Houdini magic does it again. That ball dies in left field. So, runner on first, no outs. We are hitting Matt McLain in the 2 spot, and TJ Friedl will get second base in the stolen bag. Perfect. TJ Friedl in scoring position here. 3-2 pitch for Matt McLain. Suarez deals McLain into right field. That ball is going to be caught by Joey Wiemer, but 70 speed for TJ Friedl should get him over to third, and it does. So just like that, the first run of this game is 90 feet away, and here is your Reds lineup tonight. It goes Friedl, McLain, Harper, Olson, Diaz, De La Cruz, Benson, Garver, and Hutchinson in the 9. Mitch Garver just getting the at-bats tonight with Francisco Alvarez getting the night off. Bryce Harper hits that ball in left field. It should be deep enough. Again, it's not an excellent swing, but it's going to do the job. TJ Friedl is going to score. Bryce Harper gets credited with the sacrifice fly. It is 1-0 Reds, thanks to that from Bryce Harper, and you gotta give a lot of credit to TJ Friedl making his way around the bases as Matt Olson will pop out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Pitching for the Reds will be the former Mariner. It is Brian Wu, 4.37 ERA so far this season, 5-2 record over 10 games pitched. Wu will see the leadoff man Garrett Mitchell. The game talked about him in the open, coming in today batting 331, but Wu strikes him out in the fastball. Andrew Monasterio comes up on the 2-1 pitch, and he will hit that ball into right field. Harper's playing right now. I know, again, his arm is kind of fried thanks to the Tommy John injury and all that, but he's got a better arm than Friedl and Hutchinson, so he should be playing right field. Ranger Suarez coming back out on the bump. He will get Yandy Diaz to fly out into right field. The lighting has changed drastically now as Elly De La Cruz comes up on the 1-2. And again, every season, I said it with the second game we played this year when we went to Colorado. I said Elly De La Cruz starts every single season on fire, and he cools off again drastically. And look where he's at. He's batting .245. He's ice cold. I don't know what to do with the guy. Again, he's still the franchise guy, but he doesn't have the impact. I'm just going to make the comparison to the MLB 20 The Show series we had on the channel. If you haven't seen it, there's a playlist on the channel with the San Diego Padres and the guy Fernando Tatis Jr. was on that series. I'm not comparing De La Cruz to Tatis. I'm not trying to make that comparison, but I'm just saying Tatis was that guy on that series. Ellie has been good. He hasn't been, again, the face of the franchise that we'd expect him to be. That's all I'm saying. TJ Friedl strikes out with that Ranger Suarez curveball. Matt McClain comes up with a 1-2 pitch, and he will fly onto right field. And to a certain extent, last year when we had the Royals, Bobby Witt kind of was that guy. Again, wasn't the impact Tatis had on the Padres series, but again, I just wish Ellie was more of a dominant player. He's good. He's going to probably still be an all-star this season, probably not a starter. But again, I wish he wasn't batting in the 240s. Like, if he could consistently, as Matt McClain makes an error right there, that's, again, horrible. That's an easy throw. If Ellie De La Cruz could post a 290 average every single season, I know that's asking for a lot, but if he could post that every single year, my goodness, I would be impressed. It is what it is. We go on to the top of the fourth, still 1-0. Brian Wu absolutely shutting down the Brew Crew. They have 0 hits so far tonight. Bryce Harper is going to get flown out, though, on that Ranger Suarez sinker into left field. Here comes Matt Olson. He hits one on the ground right to the second baseman, and Brandon Jury. 2 gone for the 5 spot. Yandy Diaz on the 2-2 pitch. Hits one hard, 92 mile an hour off of the bat, but straight to Ezekiel Tovar. We go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Andrew Monasterio at first in the 2-2 pitch. He is going to fly that slider out into center field. TJ Friedl charging in, and he makes the grab. Yeah, we moved Hutchinson to left. I'd considered keeping him in center, but TJ Friedl, I think, is the better and the quicker guy, so we're going to do that. Christian Yelich, though, can have the first hit of the night for the Brewers. That ball is going to be stopped by Matt McClain up the middle, but Yelich beats it out in the throw, obviously. He'll be on first base for Brandon Jury, and Brian Woo's going to walk him. So some trouble mounting here for Woo and the Reds. First and second for Milwaukee, but here comes Wyatt Langford, and he strikes out. 2 gone for Max Kepler, the former Twin. Swing and a miss on the Woo cutter. Let's go to the top of the fifth. Ellie De La Cruz leads things off, and as soon as I start talking crap about the guy, Ellie puts one to left field. Maybe I should always talk that way about De La Cruz. He's on with a single, and now Ellie De La Cruz is going to swipe second as well. Again, if we can just get the guy on the base paths, he's so lethal. We're going to try to steal third with them. Hey, slide step and everything, he's safe. Will Benson walks in the process. First and third, no outs. Mitch Garver, though, strikes out on the curveball. 1 gone for Lloyd Hutchinson on the 3-1 pitch. Hutchinson lines one to left. There we go from the rookie. First and second, 1 out, and a 2-0 lead now for the Reds. And in comes Walker Buehler. Coming out the bullpen, Buehler's a Brewer now, and he's going to, give up a single to TJ Friedl. That ball's caught up the middle. First and second, 2 outs. Matt McClain, the batter. He chases a high fastball, and that one's going to be caught out there by Joey Weimer. But the Reds do extend their lead thanks to the rookie Lloyd Hutchinson. Tovar leads things off here in the bottom of the fifth. He'll strike out in that Brian Wu high and inside fastball. Here comes Joey Weimer, swing and a miss on a slider. Bringing to the plate the Rule 5 draft product, Drake Baldwin, and Baldwin's going to get jammed on that cutter inside. Yandy Diaz will take that one, and Brian Wu is through 5 shutout innings. The pitching for the Reds has been excellent since it's kind of, struggles earlier on in the year. Bryce Harper goes perfect up the middle, 112 off the bat, bringing in Matt Olson, and that ball's gone. You can kiss it goodbye. Matt Olson goes second deck, and this game's now 4-0 for the Cincinnati Reds. They have doubled their run total as Olson hits his 16th of the season off of the veteran Walker Buehler. 4-0 Reds, as they are showing the Brewers why they are still the superior team here in the NL Central, as Yandy Diaz will now follow and hit one hard off of the glove of the first baseman, Max Kepler. Somehow Diaz is out at first base. That's the first out of the top of the sixth. Ellie De La Cruz gets a center cut fastball, hits it hard into center field. However, that is caught by Garrett Mitchell. 2 down for Will Benson. He has walked twice tonight, and Benson puts one in play. That one, though, will not drop. Is caught in left field by Christian Yelich. To the bottom of the sixth, Brian Wu with pitch number 89 will get Garrett Mitchell to fly out into left field, right to, again, the rookie Lloyd Hutchinson. 1 out in the inning for Andrew Monasterio on the 2-2 swing and a miss. Horrible looking swing on the slider away. Here comes Christian Yelich on the 2-2 pitch, and he will strike out on the circle change as well. Going to the top of the seventh, Elvis Peguero pitching now for the Brew Crew. 4.02 ERA so far in the season, over 15 2/3 innings pitched. He'll get Mitch Garver first, and Garver will strike out. He's having a rough day at the plate, I'm not going to lie. Bringing up Lloyd Hutchinson now on the 1-1 pitch. That ball's going to go up the middle, and Hutchinson with his speed will beat it out. He's going to be on with an infield hit, bringing in TJ Friedel on the 1-1. Friedel chops one too short, and there's going to be a double play turn for Milwaukee. To the bottom of the 7th, we bring in the bullpen and we bring in DeAndre Wilder. 2.51 ERA so far this season over 34 games pitched. Wilder will see Brandon Drury. That is a dead center fastball Drury just stares at. Wyatt Langford now strikes out in a fastball up and in. Bringing up Max Kepler on the 2-2. Kepler gets popped out to the catcher in Mitch Garver. To the 8th inning we head. It's a 4-run lead still for the Reds. Matt McLain leads things off, and he'll get struck out on a slider. Bryce Harper now on the 3-2 pitch. Hits one back up the middle. Oh! Off of the pitcher's dome. Bryce Harper's on with a single. Is the pitcher all right? He's not. Oh, he took a terrifying shot to the head. Joel Pampas, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He's conscious, but he needs to be removed from the game. Wow. Wow. Bryce Wilson now pitching for Milwaukee. He immediately comes in and gives up a single to Matt Olson. First and second, one out for Yandy Diaz. On the 1-2, Diaz into shallow center field. That ball drops. Bryce Harper was breaking on the pitch, and Bryce will score. It's an RBI single for Yandy Diaz to make this game 5-0. Ellie De La Cruz now chops one hard on the ground. Will the Brewers have time to turn two? They will not. De La Cruz beats the throw out at first base. Corners, 2 gone. Will Benson is just going to get jammed on that fastball inside. That ball is going to be caught by the second baseman in Brandon Drury. To the 8th inning we head. Mason Miller has struggled in 2028. 6.43 ERA. Again, I'm trying to get the guy back on track. He'll see Tovar first in the 3-2 pitch, and he will bury the slider down and away to set him down. Joey Weimer now in the 1-2. Will hit that ball in the air. TJ Friedel has got it, and he'll put Weimer away for the second out of the inning, bringing up Drake Baldwin, the left-handed catcher, on the 1-2 pitch. Baldwin takes a nasty swing on that cutter inside. We move on to the bottom of the 9th. Garrett Crochet is now the closer for this team. He's only pitching tonight because he hasn't pitched in a while. I'm done with Felix Bautista. He is now the setup man. We might trade him at the deadline just to give value, but Crochet has been too good for the last couple seasons not to be the closer. Christian Yelich in the 2-2. There is your ball game. 1-2-3, bottom of the 9th for Garrett Crochet. Not a save situation, but it's okay. The Reds win here on the road in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at American Family Field by a score of 5-0. The pitching has been excellent all season long for the Reds, at least in games that we have played, and the Reds win this one in advance to a record of 39 wins and 25 losses. For the Brewers, they are now 37-26. So folks, thank you all for watching episode number 86 of the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you are enjoying the series so far. Thank you all for watching, and Mamba forever.